right, moving on with map assignment number 2. I forgot to do one thing with the balcony planes here. We do need to select them and offset them for listeners. So for listener settings, so I just added 3 feet to number 1. And if I go over here to the right, to the left, I will add 3 feet. And to center balcony, it's 3 feet as well. And model view should show an offset now. That's great. Fantastic. Going back to the instructions here. Yep, looks pretty good. And we can, of course, if you want to test your work, a nice thing to do here is to put your balcony face, the one that I drew on here. And if you pan around now, you should see how the balcony face lines up with the drawing, which is that the planes you just added, which is cool. So that's good. We're going to do the next major step here is we're going to hide these guys. Yep. Yeah, sure. And we are going to add, not those guys, please. We're going to add a vertical, what we would call section view listening planes that bisect where the loudspeaker arrays are going to go. So when we put in the arrays in the next map assignment, you can see the vertical coverage projected on them. So let's hide the layers, which we just did, and let's add a new one. And we're going to actually add 3 in the end, but let's do left array. Let's call it left section. What am I calling it here? Left array section, or left, or L, or left array sect. And, that's a bad name. I'm going to change that. Left sect array. So I need to change that in the instructions. It's just because you can't see it. Left sect array. And I'm actually going to yellow this to remind me to fix it in the instructions and the other ones. Okay, cool. And so what you're going to do here, and this is a third technique of how to add geometries into Map 3D. We're going to use the rectangle tool, and we're going to plop it. As long as you don't plop it way out here, it won't work. It won't be a problem. It doesn't matter where you pop it because you're going to manipulate its size and shape. First thing we need to do is we need to rotate this thing around the x-axis. It doesn't matter what the numbers are. You can ignore all the numbers, but this step needs to happen first. So I'm going to put in 90, and it puts it on its side on the x-axis, which is cool. And now that it's on its side, the next step here, as told in the instructions, and you did do this in the first map assignment, is that you need to move the vertex to the upper left corner. It's in the center. And this is a slightly weird feature in MAPP, but basically how it works is I've selected it already. I right-click on it, hit Select Vertex, click where I want the vertex, and of course it can be in lots of different places in the drawing. Here I can zoom in. Have better luck on that. Having problems with it. Come on, put it right there. There we go. That's why I want it anyway. Once you've got it in the right spot, right click again, hit Select Object, and then hit the return key and it closes it off. Maybe they'll change that in later versions, but that's what it is right now. Now that I've got the vertex selected correctly, I'm going to basically take that vertex and put that vertex exactly where I want it. So now we do what we've done with the earlier drawings, where you need to copy these dimensions to that shape. I lost it, select it. So it's going to be minus 30. This is basically where the vertex is going, minus 19 and 30. So it's put the vertex in the right spot, but now we want the dimensions to be correct, and it should be 88 feet by 32.5 feet. So now we've got this thing. We are going to make it a listening plane. Probably should want to name it as well. So we'll call that left section array. I probably told you name it something different. I'm going to name it left array sect plane. And I'm going to make it a prediction plane. And just to show you what we've done here in other ways, I'll pan around it. Hello, pan control. It's going to be, the align array will be hanging right in the middle of that thing, and that will let us project its vertical coverage on that. So we're going to want to make 3 more of these things. So let's do that. Let's at least get the process started. So let's create the right array. So right array, right sect array. And you can hide the previous if you want, so you're not looking at it. Same steps. Take the rectangle primitive, put it in there, select it, and we want to rotate it 90 degrees around the x-axis. And we want to make this top left corner. Maybe it will behoove us to orbit a little bit here. But we want to make the top right corner the vertex. So I'm going to right click on it, select vertex, actually click the vertex, select object via right click, and now hit the return key. Now we want to copy exactly what's in the instructions over here. So I'll make room over on here, and I'm going to go down my perfectly paced primitive. We've gone through all this. It wanted me to save. I forgot to do that. We are right about here. You need these. We need to put these values in. And minus 30 and 19, 30. We were already at 90. We don't, and that right there needs to be 88 feet and 32.5. And of course we want to name this correctly. So we will call this the, whatever I called it earlier. What did I call it? Right array section plane. Now I do want to make this a prediction. And we'll see the other one next door to it and make sure we've kind of done the right thing. See, there's the left and right array. I'm going to hide them both because we have one more to make. But I am going to, whatever. And I'm going to save my project because it's good to save. And we'll do this last step on another video. Does that sound like a plan? Cool. Excellent.